The Grant Parish Sheriff's Office is working to create a positive change for the animals in their community with the help of convicted criminals. Because the Grant Parish Animal Shelter is operated by the Grant Parish Sheriff's Office, inmates serving sentences at the local jail actually get to be part of the effort. Officials tell us the inmates get a chance to be trustees, feeding the animals and making sure they have water. The Grant Parish Sheriff started as a patrol deputy and would respond to animal complaints a lot. Once he got elected as sheriff, he knew that problem was not going away. That's why the plan for animal control now includes help from those who are incarcerated.
Our inmates, our trustees, are assigned to the kennel, and they're responsible for feeding and watering and exercising the dogs. We have volunteers that do help us.
Sheriff McCain says this is just another way to make a positive impact and change throughout Grant Parish. Having the inmates help also helps them. The sheriff says it teaches them a good work ethic.